What's up, everybody? Dan the Ultra Dad here today. I'm gonna do a little something different with my vlog today. Take a look and see. Can you tell the difference? Hope you're doing well. Let's go! What's up, YouTube? Good morning. How you doing? I'm excited because today I'm gonna run all the way over to Twin Creek and back from my house. So it's about 10 miles, I think, something like that, 9-10 miles. Let's go, man. It's gonna be fun. Let's do it. But look what just happened, man. I think it's time to get some new shoes. Hey, what's up, everybody? Dan the Ultra Dad here. Hope you're doing well today. So today we're going to talk about the 3 lessons that I'm carrying forward from 2022 to 2023. 3 things that I'm going to be focused on to help me with my running and my training and my racing in the upcoming year. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my run. I really enjoy running out there at Germantown. It's a great place to run. And we've had some halfway decent weather recently, so that has been nice. So let's talk about the 3 lessons that I am going to be carrying forward from 2022 to 2023. I know it's a little bit late for, resolutions and things, from the New Year resolutions, but this is not really resolutions. These are lessons that I learned last year. From both training and racing and just life. And I'm going to be carrying these forward to 2023, hopefully to help me with my goals and my dreams for my running. So the number one lesson is it is mental. It's all mental, or it's at least 90% mental. There's somebody said that, some famous person said that it's 90% mental, 10% physical. I think with ultra running, that is very, very true. Yes, there's a lot of physical training that we do, obviously, and you have to have a base level of fitness, and you got to train for whatever race you're going to do. But when it comes time to race, I think it is very, very much a mental game that you're playing. How far can you push yourself? That's the key. And I think that in each of my races this year, the 2 A races that I had, the Mohican 100 and the Wasatch 100, both races I was tested in that way several different times. Now, the Wasatch 100, as you may know, I got COVID, so I had to quit pretty early, and I really I wouldn't say I was tested a whole lot mentally, because I had to pull the plug, unfortunately, for obvious reasons with the Mohican 100. But there were times in the beginning of the Wasatch 100 where, there were times when I was tested mentally. But I would say the Mohican 100 definitely much more so. The Mohican 100 DNF'd halfway through. You know the story. If you haven't watched my video, check me out, upper right-hand corner. Check out that video. But the mental game, I definitely lost during that race. I also lost my stomach, TMI. But, definitely, I think if I'm honest with myself, during that race, if I would have basically puked my guts out and then just kept going, I think I could have overcome that. And that's what ultimately, unfortunately, caused me to DNF and quit. But I think the mental game is what really failed me there. I wasn't able to quite push through that moment. And really that was 100% mental. I've thrown up, I've been sick to my stomach before. This is nothing new, but if I would have been able to push through that mentally, I think that you would have seen a different result. No guarantees I would have finished, no guarantees it would have been pretty, but I think I could have gotten past mile 52 or whatever it was that I DNF'd. So the mental game is really important with racing, but it's also important with training. We all are busy day to day. We all, most of us have jobs and family and activities, extracurriculars besides running. And so it does get very busy, gets stressful sometimes. And I think sometimes we lose the mental battle, the psychological battle with that. We're unable to push through. We're unable to keep our commitments to train. I'm very guilty of that many times. It's very easy to push a run off or not run, and just decide that that's not going to be a priority. But it really is key. The mental game is so important when it comes to training, because you have to. I think what you need to do, instead of look at running or look at your training as a burden, look at it as a way to escape the other stressful things in our lives. So, and then you got to prioritize it. So, a bunch of different things here coming in, but the mental game is so important when it comes to your training, and it's also so important when it comes to your racing. So, let's move on to lesson number 2 from 2020 that I'm taking from 2022 and going to apply to my 2023 season. And that is, there are no junk miles. This is a little bit controversial. Some people really, think that there are junk miles, that there's certain training that you're wasting your time with. I think where this comes in mostly is like slow and easy miles. Some people think that's a waste of your time, 2 or 3 slow, easy miles, that it's not going to improve your fitness. And I see the point. I see those people. I see their point with that. But in my opinion, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you can just get out and do something on a daily basis or every other day or whatever you're going to do, if you can get out and run 2 miles, run 3 miles, that's better than nothing. So I think that's better than nothing. And so that's what I've learned in 2022. I may not have always had the time to train and run a 10-mile run on a particular day, but if I would have, and many times I chose to give up at that point and I didn't train. In 2023, my goal is going to be to get outside and do something. One thing I did do pretty well in 2022 was I would at least go for a walk, a 1 or 2 mile walk. Even that is something, and that is better than nothing. That's my opinion. So in 2023, I am going to make it my goal to do that, and not give up on my workout, not give up on my fitness, just because it may not be a perfect situation. I may not be able to get exactly the run I wanted to get done, but at least I get something done, right? So once again, it's just so easy. Something is better than nothing. There are no junk miles for me in 2023. So one of the things I think that I should find when I do that is, because I'm getting out there, maybe I make the excuse to go a little longer than a couple miles. Maybe I'm able to get that 4-mile run in when originally I was just going to give up and throw the towel in completely on that workout. So once again, 2023, my goal is going to be to have the mindset that there are no junk miles, that I'm not wasting my time to get out there, because getting out there is really half the battle. Getting out and doing something is a huge victory, at least for me, and I think that there are probably many people out there like me. So in that sense, so no junk miles in 2023. All right, my third lesson that I'm carrying forward from 2022 to 2023 is, it directly applies to my racing, and it could apply to training, and that is run my own race or train how I need to train. But the key is running my own race and not trying to be like somebody else that probably is more athletically inclined, or probably is more talented, or probably is just a better runner than I am. Why would I try to do what they do necessarily? Why would I compare myself to that? Why not do what I need to do? Why not think about what's best for me, what's most effective for me, and then execute that and run my own race? Now, there's nothing wrong with learning lessons from other people. That's not a problem. Like, I think it's a good thing, right? You get ideas from different people. You get ideas from how they train. There are definitely lessons to be learned from other people. But bottom line, end of the day, when it comes to racing especially, you cannot go out, and try to run a race like somebody else. So case in point for me, my Mohican 100, I think I went out too fast. Even though it was slower than the year before, I think ultimately it was still too fast. And I think I should have taken it a little bit easier. And I think maybe not, the beginning of the race, I think I could have gone a little easier. But for me, the middle of the race is where I really had difficulties, where I really pushed it too hard. I should have let some people go. I should have let some friends go and do their thing, and focus on my race, focus on how I could succeed the best during the Mohican 100. How could, I think you have to focus on, and I think obviously for everyone, you're going to have a different way of doing it. Everybody's at a different level of fitness. Everybody has trained differently or trained less than others. Everybody has, at different times in the race, may be in a different place. So for me, halfway through the race, I was really, really tired. I was really beat up, and I pushed it even harder, which was a big mistake. And I think in the future, I need to learn how to back off and wait until I've recovered, wait until I'm ready to continue to move forward, especially when you're talking about a 100-mile race. So I know some of these concepts, some of these things I've spoken about before, but I thought I would encapsulate it into these 3 lessons that I'm going to be carrying forward from 2022 to 2023. Number one, a lot of it is mental, a lot of it's psychological, and I need to be mentally tough with both my training and my racing. Number 2, there are no junk miles for me. Just getting outside is a victory in and of itself, and that needs to be my goal, is actually doing something on a daily basis, even if it's not what I had planned originally, even if it's not perfect or pretty. Just get it done. Just do something. Get out there. No junk miles. And then finally, I need to run my own race. And again, it could apply to training. So train my own way. Don't try to be like someone else who may not be in the same place that I am, may be, a better athlete, or may be more fit than myself. So anyway, those are my 3 things. And I guess I should mention the last one. Although you don't want to run someone else's race, there's nothing wrong with running with other people. The bottom line, though, is you have to decide when it's time to take a step back, or maybe in some people's cases, when it's time to go a little faster and leave someone behind. We all understand that we're in different places, and I don't think anybody takes it personally, or at least they shouldn't, in a race or during training. If you need to do something different than me, that's fine. Sometimes I run into this with my buddy Eric, actually, because he is an amazing athlete, and sometimes my brother Will as well. They're really, really good runners, and when we're doing long runs, sometimes I have to let them go. And sometimes I have to go ahead. The other day, I was feeling good, and I went ahead. Yeah, every time you train or race, sometimes you have to make the decision to do your own thing, and I think everybody understands that. So anyway, not to belabor the point anymore, but Run your own race. That's a real key thing for me. That's a lesson I'll be taking from 2022 to 2023. All right, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, I hope you're doing well out there. I hope you're able to get some of those miles in during this cold time of the year. But although some of you are in warmer climates right now, so good for you. I hope you're enjoying that. I'm jealous. So anyway, take care, and we will catch you in the next one.